What happened there? I think my intro froze a little bit. I think I need to make a new intro because that tends to freeze up a little bit. Anyways, hello and welcome to DeWitt 3D here on this Sunday night. I just realized I didn't turn my dryer off and it may be making some excess noise, but that's okay. Bamboo's running, dryer's running, I'm running, what the heck. Hello everybody and welcome and thank you for being here. Let me just quickly go through who's here and say hello. I'm going to say hello to StreamYard. Hello, welcome Stream. Oh, sorry, that's StreamYard. Hello, Brendan Wilson, Delmar Franks, Jack Black. We have Jose Ferreira. We have, let's see, boom, 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 boom. There's a little talk going on there about ports and about getting your chat going. Fadion is here. And Joe Velasco and Snapshot FPV. Non-fam, hello. And Richard, the first layer, hello, hello, sir. Good stream today, by the way. Blah, blah, blah. 3D Medic Vince is here. Stream Elements is here. You behave, Stream Elements. And if you're here too, Nightbot, you behave. Delmar Franks, Rex Waldy is here. Jerry, 3DHP, thank you for popping in, for being here, Jerry. Appreciate that. And I think, have I got everybody? Oh, no, we have Zach Zelter here. Zach, hello, welcome. Holy crap, Andrew Humphrey, 3D, you need some Dino-Mite to blow a Dino-Mite. Yes, I do need to blow up in 2023. Oh, Dynamite. I see Dynamite to blow up. Yes, I can blow myself up. Believe me. Put a stick of dynamite in my hand. I will screw it up. Jeff Thurston, hello. Cliff D is here. Hello. And I think I've said hello to everybody who's here. Anyways, as the title of the stream says, RIP LEDs. I made a dumb mistake, and I'm willing to admit that I made a dumb mistake. Golden Jaguar, hello, sir. Golden Jaguar, what are we doing tonight? We're learning how not to make dumb mistakes. Okay, so in my defense, no, not in my defense. I'm not even going to try and defend this. I'm not even going to try and defend this. I'm going to say that it was a dumb mistake. It was a brain fart. If I cut over to this guy and I turn, let's move this soldering station out of the way a little bit. And if I turn over to here, okay, I prepared a plug, a fan port down here by moving the jumper over to the 5-volt, the pin on the jumper over to the 5-volt section. I did that no problem. I knew I needed 5 volts to power these LEDs, okay? So this first set, okay, is what we had on there with the rainbow barf, okay? I proceeded to go ahead and say, yeah, here's our signal pin, and I went through and I plugged in and said, hey, we're all good. As you guys who were here last week saw, something didn't vibe because we couldn't get the LEDs to work. So I thought, what the heck? So I took a closer look at these LEDs and I thought, something is weird, because if you look at these LEDs, I don't know how close I'm going to be able to get this up for you, but so I took a closer look and I decided, let's rewire them all. I did a bunch of stuff during the week, and then if you look closely at these LEDs, do you see anything funky looking on the surface of those LEDs? They shouldn't have those black spots, and they're on the other one there a little bit as well. LEDs should not have those black spots, so I thought, oh crap, somehow, I've burned out these LEDs. But I thought, okay, just these ones. I mean, the rainbow barf was probably pretty good because it was showing a little blue light last week, right? So my good friend over at 3D Lab Tech, I went ahead and ordered a set of these LEDs. He said, here you go. He donated them to me. Sent me a new set of the LEDs for the stealth burner. I proceeded to put in these new LEDs, got them all beautifully wired up here. I put the hot end back together. This was during the week. Put the hot end all back together, put it in. Looked over here, said, yeah, I got my 5-volt wire plugged in, got my signal wire plugged in. Hit the power button. These two LEDs came on, nice and friggin' bright, for about 3 seconds, and then off. And I thought, what the heck? And then rainbow barf, no response at all. Just not even a little bit of barf. And I thought, that is just really odd. So proceeded to take this apart, do some continuity testing, passed all the continuity tests, et cetera, et cetera. And then I thought, okay, let's go back to square one. So, hey, Poor Boy Channel, hello. Back to square one and took a closer look on the board. And yeah, I had switched over my jumper to the 5-volt pin setting, but like an idiot, okay, and I'm admitting it, like an idiot, there's no excuse for this. I had the 5-volt wire plugged in to the fan port up above. Okay, there's even an LED strip one in between. I plugged it into the one up above where the jumper was still set at 12 volts, or sorry, 24 volts. So yeah, I've been 2 sets of LEDs. I've been friggin' cruel to. I've been feeding 2 sets of these LEDs 24 volts when they only need to take 5. Hence, I've blown all my LEDs. So I know that now. So as a precaution to make this idiot-proof, in other words, to make it DeWitt 3D, to make it TIM-proof, I have now taken the remaining fan ports, which there's 2 of, and I've moved both jumpers over to the 5-volt pins. So even if I have that brain fart or idiot move tonight, and actually, not that I'm going to even move this plug, but both of those open plugs now are set to 5 volts. I would rather plug a 24-volt fan into a 5-volt fed circuit. Not going to kill the fan, it's just not going to power the fan. Then I'd rather do that than plug a 24 volts into a 5-volt LED again. So at least I'm consistent, Ryan Thorpe. Yes, I am. I am consistent at screwing up. So that's where we're at. So I once again got a set of LEDs from 3D Lab Tech. I got the Stealth Burner upgrade kit. I don't need all the things but it comes with all the wire. Oops, that's not the right one. That's the one I blew. I got another kit from 3D Lab Tech. So I've got a new rainbow barf. I've got new LEDs. I've got new wires, yada, yada, yada. And I happen to have a bunch of spare screws now. So we are going to plug an empty plug-in to block it. No. I agree, Fabian, but I just did the smart move and moved the jumpers over so that they're both 5 volts now. So if I ever need to plug a 24-volt fan or something in there in the future and I forget that I've done that, I'm not going to blow my 24-volt fan by putting 5 volts through it. I'm going to just not have good fan performance. So what we're going to do tonight, we're going to play with a 320-degree soldering iron, okay? And in the last, you guys might get lucky tonight, in the last 2 weeks, I have burnt myself twice with this soldering iron. And so tonight I have to solder 3 LEDs with 6 wires each. There's 18 solder joints I got to make. So the chances of me burning myself again, it could happen. The issue was right in the name, Stealth Burner. There will be blood. On the plus side, Richard says, firmware is all set up. I think so. I think I fiddled around with the firmware a bit more, so who knows what I did to it. I may end up having to set the firmware up again, but the config file is simple now. That's the easy part. Okay, let's just get into this. I'm going to try and keep an eye on the chat because that's my screen I'm looking at right there. There's one camera right there. I'm going to move this camera so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So you can see if you burn myself, you'll see sizzling skin. So that hopefully we get no smoke from the skin tonight. And don't tell the Voron people, but the bamboo right here, if I quickly switch to this camera right here, the bamboo is printing some Voron parts to finish this up. So I printed this. It's the back part for the exhaust fan. I printed that on the bamboo just an hour before the stream. So and now it's printing some yellow accent parts to go on this so we can finish this Trident build up once and for all tonight. So yeah, but don't tell the Voron people I'm printing Voron parts on the bamboo, okay? Just saying. Okay. Taboo, very taboo. A golden jaguar, what can I tell you? Okay, mum's the word. I don't want that going beyond this stream. Hang on a minute. This stream's going to be all over YouTube. Okay. Don't call DeWitt 3D Canadian cat chicken. I am not a chicken, man. No way. I have guts. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's pop open this bag first. Now, I have learned also the rainbow barf LED. So there's your standard LED carrier for the stealth burner. That's the standard one, okay? And then here's your rainbow barf LED carrier for the stealth burner. It's got a much larger opening there. It's a little different print file. It prints with sort of a built-in support piece there. And I have learned that due to the way that the rainbow barf LED goes in here, I've now learned solder my wires on like a little 90-degree angle on the rainbow barf so they all come out the proper way, so I don't have to fiddle and twist wires after the soldering job. So doing this over and over several times has its advantages because you learn the little tweaks or perks or whatever. You think Nero printed all his O2 parts on his bamboo? Well, of course. Don't tell them. Yeah. So now I have 2 spare. So I could actually afford to burn these out a little bit because these kits come with 3 of these little LEDs, and I only use 2 of them because we're using the rainbow barf. So we put another one aside. So now I have 2 spare nozzle LEDs. Look at that. Okay. So we don't need any of the screws. We don't need any of the heat insets. And it even comes with a little light diffuser printed in that clear filament, but we don't need that either because that's a different style than we print for the rainbow barf. Nero sure loves his bamboos. A lot of people love their bamboos. There's some people that have had, I know 2 people, Liam Astro Printer had a lot of issues with his, and Grant from Three Musketeers 3D. 3 Musketeers has had 3D printing Musketeers has had a lot of issues with his bamboo. So I think it just all depends on who you are and luck of the draw and everything. So let's go ahead and get some stripping done here. I don't know why it doesn't seem as bright in here today. I wonder if this light will make a difference for me. Hang on. This light makes a little bit of a difference. Just helps light up my area here. Let's go ahead and do some stripping. I'm going to use this kind of as my reference because I have not desoldered this yet. This poor little 2-part board has been soldered and unsoldered so many times, but still works. It's a tough little trooper here. So Sam Prentice has a broken AMS as well. Yeah, some people, it happens, right? Okay, so what we're going to do right now is get the short wires. He even provides the wires for this. 3D Lab Tech does. So we have the 3 longer wires, which are here. It's like drawing the short straw right here. So we'll put those aside. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to pre-tin all these wires. So this is just going to be if you bore easily, you're not going to like this. The only reason you're going to stick around if you bore easily is because there's a possibility of me burning myself. So, and I don't blame you if that's the only reason you're sticking around. So, and I'm going to do a bit of cheating tonight. Not that you call it cheating. I do have a flux pen. I just find solder flows a little easier if you use a little bit of flux. So if you don't like the fact that I'm using a flux pen, then I was going to say something, but I don't know if it could be demonetized. And it had the word flux in it. Oh no, face covering eyes, don't strip. Okay, Andrew. Well, I'm sorry, you're too late. I've started stripping. I'm just going to get these all pre-stripped. And I swear these, I vacuum up little, I don't know where those little pieces go when I cut them off, but they don't end up in my scrap box, that's for sure. I try, if I can catch them, I throw them down there. So he provides with red, black, and green wires. So I use red and black for what they're intended to be used, and I use the green wire for my signal wire. And other people and other things and other systems you get use the white as a signal wire. So just means my green is a signal wire, and I remember green as signal because I just remember green means go. And when you want your signal to go, you just go. I just pinch my fingers with the strippers. There might be blood yet. Whoever said that, there may be blood yet tonight. One person was trying to fix his bamboo. He was on for 6 hours. Wow. Who was on for? That was Grant. Brendan, that was Grant from 3D Musketeers. if I'm not mistaken. I caught the end of the stream, and he was streaming for 6 hours. Okay, now we'll strip these long ones. I just don't want to mix the long ones and the short ones up because they sort of serve two different purposes here. But ideally, this isn't going to take me super, super long time to do. And then, okay. And then we can, by the time this is done, oh, wow, you're being real. I'll shorten you a little bit. By the time this is done, the bamboo should be finished, the last of the parts I need, and then we can actually put all the covers on. The only thing I don't have hooked up, or I won't have hooked up, and I'm not really necessarily going to do it, is the chamber fan that goes at the back of the printer. The fan that actually goes inside this, I may or may not put it on. I don't know. I don't think I need it. I don't usually vent my ABS. Why did I just do that? I want to keep these longer wires separate, but yet I just threw them in the pack with the short ones. There we go. And we got one more wire to strip. Don't drop it. There we go. Mika Steve, hello, sir. And if I miss saying hello to you, forgive me. As you guys know who watch me regularly, I get hyper-focused on what I'm doing here. I try to keep up with the chat. I don't catch every comment, but I try. Anyone here know HC who won filament from me? I don't know. Yeah, Jerry, you mentioned that earlier too. But yeah, if anybody knows anybody named HC that won some filament from Jerry, tell him to get a hold of Jerry. He's trying to give them filament. So, okay, first thing I'm going to do, we're going to shake up our whew, that stuff stinks. We're going to shake up our flux pen. We're going to make sure the flux pen is flowing. We'll just give it a little, yeah, we got some flux flowing. And we're just going to flux, we're going to just get the flux off. We're going to flux, just flux the back of these LEDs. I just find that it helps the solder stick more. And I'm not going to be surprised. I'm on alert tonight because usually, if he's still home, because they're going out for dinner, but usually Ethan's going to come down and try and scare me and do his hit that like button and subscribe thing. But I'm on alert tonight. Okay, where did I put my flux pen cap? Right here. Isn't that the Nevermore filtration system to help reduce the smells? No, the Nevermore Brendan, the Nevermore filtration system actually goes on the bottom under the bed here. This is actually the chamber filtration system. So the Nevermore filters the inside air in the chamber, and this basically exhausts the air from the chamber. You're supposed to actually put filters in this. So yeah, the Nevermore is a separate system. It's a two-piece thing that has it takes two fans, etc., etc. I do have the Nevermore kit for this. I printed the Nevermore for the 2.4 over here, but I was an idiot, again, one of those idiot moments, and I printed it at a PLA. Well, printing a thing at a PLA that sits below a 110-degree hotbed doesn't go well. So it was so I have to redo that eventually. I don't do a lot of ABS, although I am running ABS over there right now. But the fumes don't tend to bother. They don't tend to bother me at all. So they haven't affected my motor skills or anything like that. So I'm not really worried if I print the Nevermore filter system. So yeah. Am I using a solder wick? No, I don't have a solder wick. And if I'm not mistaken, a solder wick is what you use to suck the solder out of the joints, right? No, I don't. I just use my tremendous skills as a soldering finessio. No, I didn't know anything about soldering before I got into 3D printing and started building the robots back when we did the Droid series years and years ago. Jerry remembers that. Jerry was part of that. Sam, Tripods Garage, the Snapshot FPV, not Snapshot. There was a couple people that were part of that group. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. It just seems like forever ago. So here we have some solder. I'm going to change the camera view down here so you don't have to look at my face so much, and then you can actually come down and have a look at what I'm doing down here. I don't know. I have not perfected my picture-in-picture thing yet, so I can't get picture-in-picture on this thing yet. Although, hang on one moment. No, I can't. I can't combine my non-HDMI cameras with my ATEM yet for picture-in-picture, but that's okay. Are we letting out the blue smoke? Hopefully not no blue smoke. Hopefully Hopefully not no blue smoke this evening. So anyways, this little guy, the Omnifixo, is one of the best little helping hand things you can get, I swear. And I know I swear quite often. So anyways, so because on this, all we do, we basically plug that guy on there. There's no fussing, no messing around. There we go, a 350-degree iron. Let's get it all cleaned up here. My soldering skills aren't necessarily the best. Let's get some solder on there to get it all. Solder smoke. Then we're just going to basically tin these, prepare these pads here. There we go. Okay, let me turn this around. So if you see, all I'm doing, a nice and shiny, nice little solder joint. We're just, oops. Oh, where's my camera? We're just preparing these pads right here with just a little pre-tinning solder on them. So, and I find that flux just helps it flow that much better. Let's see, maybe the overhead camera. Let's see. That doesn't get you in too close, but how about this? Hang on. How about this overhead camera right here? And if I go like this, and if I switch like this, does this one do any better? Can I zoom this in any further? Where's my zoom button on this thing? Right here. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Here, let's try this view for a second and see. Let me clean that. And then we're going to, there's one, there's two, and just like that, there's three. So we have those three done. Hey, HVAC, A to Z. Sergio, good evening. Welcome to our little comedy show tonight. Okay, now we'll throw this one in. And look at these clamps are great. I swear, these clamps are the best. Okay, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, just like that. I'll turn this over. And we'll get the other three. Sometimes I've been tempted to grab this soldering iron by the throat. And I have to catch myself. 1, 2, 3, real quick like that. Doesn't take much. And then we're going to get the rainbow barf. There we go. Rainbow barf. Rainbow barf. Hang on a minute. Oh, this camera's kind of shaky. Uh-oh, hang on. What's going on? It's like my hand's got the shakes. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oops. There we go. Yeah, that flux makes this go super, super fast. Kind of draws the solder to it. Let's clean that off a little bit. Here we go. There we go. Just like that, we have those things pre-tinned. Okay, so there we go. That is... Oh, I don't like this camera resolution at all. So let's just, for now, switch back here. So we got those three things going. Now we're going to go ahead and tin the wires. So let's go ahead and make sure that they're all just boom, boom. So I'm going to do the greens first. Let's try and get these all tinned up here. So what I'm going to do is flux the wires. I know I don't need to, but flux kind of makes these things go a little quicker. There we go. And these other two here. Did I mix the long red one up again? I did. That's okay. As long as I don't mix them up when I go to use them. Man, these are hard to pick up. These are tiny, thin wires. Don't flux this up. Ah! This is Tim you're talking to, Chris Travis. Tim, oh yeah. Once you grab the wrong way, you won't likely make that mistake again. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and that's right. It's me you're talking to. Come on. I've made the same mistake several times. Okay, there we are. We're all done with the flux. I didn't flux it up. Let's just wipe some flux off the table here. Here we go. Let's grab a handful of these. Let's see if I can't just do some rin tin tinning here. Put these in here. Oops, make sure I grip them. There we go. And spread them out a little bit. And we'll just get some tinning going here. Okay. One, two, three. Try not to melt the plastic. 4, 5. Flip them over. And spread them. Here we go. Okay, I want a close up of this one, just see if I burn myself. Real quick, like. There. That's a terrible camera. I don't like using this one, but hey. Okay. Them's all done. I gotta just cut 1 or 2 of them off on the ends. And then we'll get these ones in. Something just... Oh, one of my spools keeps rubbing the side of the enclosure, and I keep thinking something's happening to it. It's just the spool hitting the enclosure. Little flux goes along. Oh, the fluxing, my goodness, makes a huge difference, especially when you're tinning. It's just the flux just makes that solder flow like the wind. Is my head in the way there? Come on. There we go. There we go. And the last 4. There we go. Yeah, I find the flux just helps that solder just flow like... Makes less work of it. You don't have to put as much heat on it. Well, you're putting the same amount of heat on it, but there we go. Okay, now the fun part. So, now the fun part begins. Ooh. The flux is strong in this one. Good one, Major Gamer Geek. Good one, good one, good one. I'm prone to boo-boos. I am not prone to boo-boos. Come on. Yeah, I am. I am. Whatever. Okay, where are my long ones? Okay, these are the 3 long ones. These can come out for now. We'll deal with these 3 short ones. So, I want the end LED. So we are coming in the in on the one that's going to go in the end. So we are coming on the inside. So we're going to go up like this. Can I get you a little closer? Come closer, my friends. There we go. It's not the best view. Maybe this one is better just for me burning myself. If I hit that and then like this. There we go. Yeah. So we're going to start on the outside. We're going to start with a 5-volt line. Okay. Then we're going to do the signal, middle one. Come on, hold my hand steady. There we go. Then we're going to do the ground. Get in the middle of that. There we go. Extractor. At least use a desk fan. I hear you guys, but for the little bit we're doing here, it's not affecting me. So we're going out from that one, and then we're going to come in. So these are all coming in the same direction on this one. So these ones are coming in. So what I'm going to do is I'm first going to wire up the in on this. Then we're going to wire up the out so that they all flow in the same direction, which makes it easier to insert into the hot end lights. So we're going to do the in on this one again. So we're going to come onto this one, and we're going to do the same thing pretty much. The other wires are right here, so we're going to do the same idea right here. We're going to come 5 volts in. There we go. Nope, didn't melt it. Did my soldering iron? No, it didn't. My soldering iron has a tendency sometimes to shut itself down. It times out, but it tends to know. There we go. It tends to know if I'm using it or not. There we go. There's the 5 volt. Here comes the signal. There we go, and the ground. These are all, so far, good-looking solder joints. Whoops, come on. Famous last words here. There we go. Okay. So now what I need to do with this is I want to come in with this one, but I want it to kind of flow the same way over top of these. So now what I'm going to do is just clamp this half. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to make sure now, this is where I've got to make sure that I don't have too much showing. So I just want to snip a little bit off of this one. Actually, I want to snip a little bit off of each of these. You can probably hear the dog barking, because I can. Because I don't want these. There we go. Now, come up here to the top 5 volts. And get that one on. It's good. Move that over just a hair. Get the signal wire. Let's just bend that down a little bit. Come on, come on. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, and we'll move that over. Don't melt my keyboard with the soldering iron. Okay, and we'll get the ground put on here. There we go. Okay, so there we have it. The just like so. Let's switch over here. There we go. So there we have it, just like so. Whoops. These ones are put on. Now we go from this one to the rainbow barf. Now this is where it gets tricky. I'm not going to say tricky, but this is where I know in the rainbow barf, I want to come off of all of these at a 90-degree angle so that they come out of the rainbow barf on the bottom right here. Because that's the way they've got to go into that logo slot there. So all the wires are coming on the bottom. So, and that's the ones that are going to the board. Oops, I just broke off my fan wires here. We'll have to solder those on, no problem. We'll just have to get those other ones off just because they're bending too much here. But that's okay. So what we're going to do is the rainbow barf, we're going to go the same way. So we're going to turn it upside down like this. We have a little notch in the rainbow barf so we know which end we're dealing with. Oh, this one's a little different. There it is right there. Notches right here. So we have 5 volts and ground going this way. This is just a little different style rainbow barf. It's not a big deal. So we're going to clamp this guy here. Okay. Now we want the top ones. Let's see. We want the long wires going out of the top, and then we want the shorter wires coming from this one going out of the bottom. So we're going to grab our long wires here. This is where I take my little, yeah, and that's exactly what I was doing there, Jose. So we're going to take our long ones here. So we're going to do the top one. We'll do the bottom. We'll go from the bottom up. It's just going to be easier. So we have our ground. So I'm just basically going to take this and I'm going to move this wire on a 90-degree angle. Just like that. Okay. And actually maybe even a little bit more of a 90-degree because those are going to come in and right out the bottom. Although that's got a little bit more play in it. So we're just going to bend this a little bit more. There we go. Let's get this iron all ready. There we go. And then we'll get the ground on this one. Okay, we have the ground in. And the middle one's a signal. So we'll take our signal wire. A little too much on there, so I'm going to just snip that little bit off. We're going to bend this at 90 degrees or so. Then we'll get this one on. Okay, there's our signal. And then we'll get our power. And we're going to go 90 degrees on this guy, or just a little more, whatever. And we're going to come in. Actually, if I turn that one and face it the other way, we don't necessarily overlap our wires there. And I still need to leave room for the other. No, I think we'll just come in this way, like this. Okay. Oh, that's hot. Okay, there we go. We got the one side on. So we got the one side on there. Okay. Now we'll turn it over. And here's where we're going to mount these ones. So I'm going to get all these guys twisted at that angle. Okay. We're going to start from the bottom up again. So we go ground. Now this is going to be fun because, no, I'm not going to solder left-handed. Oh, yes, I am. I have to solder left-handed the way I've got to hold this on, kind of. So let's just see. Get the screenshots ready, guys, because I'm going to use the hot gun with my left hand. Come on. Whoops. Actually, no, let's switch this around. Let's come this way. Let's not tempt fate here. Let's come this way. Here we go. And then let's do this. We're going to come in ground. Okay. Then we're going to come in with the signal. Oh, that gets hot down the wire sometimes when you hold it on there a bit long. And then we're going to come in with the power. That got a little warm on the wire, but that's okay. I don't call that a burn. I call that a caution. You're holding it a little too long. Then we'll come in with the 5 volt here. There we go. Okay, so we got that pretty much all wired out now so that all the wires are coming out the bottom of the LED there. So that should be good. That should pretty much do that. There we go. So, fortunately for me, unfortunately for you guys, no burns yet. So we have it all. There's the new one, new loom, all wired up, ready to go. What happened with the LEDs, Hey Zoonigan? It's a funny thing. When you put 24 volts through 5 volt LEDs twice, LEDs don't like that. So it happens. Only to me. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's go back down here. We're just going to quickly take off this now. I'm just going to use this to hold the board here. And we're going to quickly unsolder these old LEDs here. There we go. Oh, that wire was hot. Okay, see, it's always fun. Stays hot for a second after you unsolder it. There we go. So there's the old LEDs, RIP LEDs. Where's the other ones? They're all going to the LED graveyard. There's no fixing them. Okay, I think what I'm going to do at this point is let's pop the soldering iron off for now. I think it's going to be easier at this point to go ahead and build this and get the LEDs put in and solder them after they're in here. Oh, one thing I do have to do here, let's turn the soldering iron back on real quick, because I have to get these these ones that broke here. I've got to get the I got to get these wires off of here. Hopefully my fan wires are long enough. Yeah, I think they are long enough that I can get away with that. So I'm just going to pop this back on, like that, and just going to basically, what I'm trying to do here is remove these 2 little stray wires that were left on here. If I can get a grip, which I can. There we go. There's one of them off. And a little bit of a grip there. And come on. There's the second one off. Good. So we just got those wires off so that we can resolder them after. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this back in. This little guy. So, uh-oh. If you got trouble, wait, don't run. This kind of trouble is lots of fun. Pop-o-matic, pop it twice, pop it 6, and you've got, Ethan, you've got to come around. You can't hide. You got to look into this. No, you didn't say your words. Come here. I tell you, I can't do anything with this kid. Come here. Right into that camera. Right into that camera.
Bye.
No, what do you say?
You said bye.
Okay, I'll give you $1 if you do it right. There we go. Have fun at dinner.
Bye.
There we go. Oh, everybody's saying happy birthday, Ethan.
It's not my birthday.
Yeah, it's not my birthday. Well, it was. Did I get your post on Facebook to the video on using Julian's port of the effects library? I included at the very top of the chat here as well. No, let me remind me after, and I'll look for that on my Facebook. I'll look for that after. Why did I just do that? What possible motivation could I have had for just pushing that button? Okay, so these LEDs. Let's go ahead and pop this fan in. Okay, and this is let's go ahead and pop this fan in. Like so. Like so. And I think I've got enough wire here on this one, considering I broke it off. While I'm here, let's just strip these two pieces. Oh man, that's a terrible stripping job. Okay, let's do that again. Let's hope I have enough wire here. I think I need to use the third one down here. No, second one. There we go. Just need a little bit more. There we go. The lower two are different. Yeah, the nozzle LEDs are RGBW, and the rainbow barf is RGB, if I am not mistaken. Now, am I going to have... Of course I'm not going to have enough wire on this because I cut it. Okay, so what we're going to do real quick, run into something here, right? Oh, actually, this might actually work. If I just take this, if I can get these out of here, they don't necessarily have to tuck in there, do they? Or do they? Can that come around, and can this one come up and around and fit the board? And then will that still fit? Yeah, it should. Oh, of course it will, because there's room for that plug there. And these can just come around and come around. Oh, yeah, okay. Then I don't have to worry about rewiring that fan. I thought I might have to rewire that fan. Are the LEDs on the PCB expensive? Oh, cool. That's cool, Andrew. The LEDs that I like, these LEDs aren't. These LEDs are, I think, $12 for the kit. For the hot end, for the three for the stealth burner kit. There it is right there. I'm just looking for the screws for this, and I believe it's these two. Is this overhead camera working at all? This one doesn't seem to be zoomed in too good, does it? Let's see. Can you zoom in any further, this guy? Let's see, a little bit. Oops, a little too far. There we go. A little bit there. We'll switch back and forth. Now, when I set the config, I got to set them in the order RGB, 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 RGBW, RBW. Something like that. Something like that. So we have that. We have this. We're going to feed this guy. It's going to come up through here. There, this might be better over here. So we're going to feed this wire up. This is where my big hands do not help when I'm trying to feed wires through their proper wire path. So I try and cheat with some simple tools here. There we go. I ended up having to rewire this fan down here, pulling it out and rewiring it and making the wire longer because I had cut these off a little too short, yada, yada, yada. Don't do what I did. Don't be a Tim. Okay. So now we have these ones. So we start over here. Throw the LED in. First nozzle LED right there. Like so. I guess I could have checked the continuity on these, but I have faith in my wiring. So we'll put the second nozzle LED in over here like so. Okay, now we're going to little wire management as we go. So we're going to tuck these guys in. Like that, like that, like that. Come around. And all I'm doing is just, because you can't really see the best here, is all I'm doing, or if I even switch to this guy maybe, if I go to this, and if I go to this, and if I press this button, all I'm doing basically here, this is a good view actually, is I'm just feeding these wires without damaging them into these little grooves. This is not a bad camera view here. I just wish it was a little better quality image. Oh, hang on. Why is it? I think the way I got the camera oriented is all messed up. Okay, so we're just going to tuck these all in. These wires just got to stay tucked in here nicely. Just like so. Just like that. There we go. Okay, now these guys are going to come up, feed through this little clip right here. And when you print this end, this little clip has a tab in it, which is basically a little support thing. And then all you do is you break that tab out because you want to be able to pop these wires down underneath this. Just like so. Get those ones out of the way, and that will allow these ones to tuck in under. There we go. There's the black. There's the green, and there goes the red. There we go. Get these guys put home, put away. There we go. And this comes up through this little gap up here. This is the easy part, yeah. If you have big fingers like me, though, man, this just can be a pain. So I try not to use a sharp object, but I want to get these things tucked away, because if you don't get them tucked away properly, the cover doesn't go on properly. There we go. Oh, no, the rainbow barf doesn't go in there. Oh, here, I just about skipped a step. So I still have the, actually, I got to pull this fan out as well before I do this, because what I got to do now is I've got to tuck in, I got to switch, there we go. I got to tuck this rainbow barf in. You can see I've got the little diffuser down in there. So what I got to do now is I've got to tuck the rainbow barf into this little holder. And the holder, it only goes in one way. There's a little notch on the holder for the little notch on the rainbow barf. that matches. Now this is where these wires coming out and the wire management in here become really critical, because you've got to kind of feed them all down out the one side in order for this to actually sit in here properly. And I think I'm going to have to trim a little bit of plastic off of this. Oh, maybe not. Hang on. No. Come on. Get in there. There we go. Because we want that to sit as flat as possible in there. Like that. And then, let me get this fan kind of out of the way here. Then we're going to hold this in and slide this whole gizmo home like so. And then slide it in and push it all the way down until it's clicked in. What just broke there? Tell me that's not a part of the LED I just broke. With my luck, it is, but we'll see. That guy just slides in. Now we can pop the fan back in. So that we're going to get our fan. I should have had the fan in there for, I guess it doesn't matter as long as the wires are still going to reach underneath. There's our fan. Oh, I kind of messed that up. Let's see, or did I? Gotta get these wires tucked in back here so I can get my fan wires tucked in properly. Get back. There we go. Oh, come on. You were there. You were there. Man. And get the green in there. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. There we go. I kind of messed up, but I think I'll be okay here. Now we got to bring these wires up and over, and we got to get these wires tucked in. Hope I didn't break that out. I think that was a piece of LED that I chipped off. I might have just fried my rainbow barf again, but anyways, we'll see. We will see. Third time's a charm, they say. Yeah, right. A charm for who? I know you can't see what I'm doing, but that's okay. You can feel my pain and suffering here. All I'm doing is running these wires through the appropriate wire path, like so. Oh man, I'm hoping that's not going to be an issue. But I think we're okay. Because all the wires can tuck right in underneath now. There we go. So long as a part cooling fan has clearance there. So there we go. Just kind of tucked in nice and neatly like so. Okay. Now on to some more soldering. Is the fan the wrong way? No. Oh, son of a gun. You're right. Why do I do these things to myself? You are so right, Collie. But that should be just a simple matter of... There we go. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. I would have wondered why I kept getting heat creep. See what happens when I lose focus on stuff? Now we're the right way. Thank you for pointing that out, Collie. There we go. Now we have it the right way. So the front just should basically just be pure black fan. And we're good. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out. Mucho apreciado. Okay, let's heat up the soldering gun again. Let's give a little bit of flux to these suckers here. And I think I already fluxed. Oh, those are already pre-tinned, so we're good with that. Okay, we will just quickly and efficiently tin these two wires. There we go. Check continue two of the bamboo storage boxes, one with dividers, one without. Nice. I want to do one without. I love those boxes. Tinned. Okay, so now let's go ahead and we're going to hook these up. So the signal, ground, and 5 volts. So signal, these are a bit long, but that's fine. They don't need to be short. So we're just going to quickly here. Let's share my pane again here. Wrong way. There we go. That's the only way to go now. No, up, down, left, up. There we go. This dumb camera. I don't know how I have that thing set up. Our signal is done. Come on, melt. There we go. Ground. Five volt. Those are done. These guys can just kind of tuck down like that. That's fine. Could have shortened them a little bit. Suppose I could have, but anyways, now let's get these ones going. 24 volt. So this one's going on the 24 volt pin right here. And the signal. Okay, that fan's hooked up. So that should be good. Now, I kind of agree. The lid is for decoration only. Yes. Check from the top chain to the last LED for continue continuity. Exactly. You beat me to it there, Jack. That's why we still have our meter out. Continuity. Let's test. There we go. So, LEDs. 5 volt. So the last one. We're good. Ground. And signal, you do not get signal. You cannot get a continuity signal through the signal line. I've learned that. So yeah, so we're good. So we're good that way. I don't know the exact reason, but I just know that you do not get a continuity signal through the signal line. Captain tape works great to hold these things down. Yeah. This should be okay, though. Once I plug it in, it'll just all sort of settle in. Okay. Let's turn this soldering iron off. Tear down that wall. Okay, let's unplug this. Let's move this out of the way. There we go. And how's that, guys? Just a few little ouches. No burns. No major burns. For all of you who've watched MASH, that was sort of an inside joke. No major burns. Anyway, so let's pull this closer. So now, everything should be good on this end. My wiring is all done. The fans are wired up. We've got the wires out of the way. The only thing I'm concerned with is that little piece that broke off. Anyways, worst case scenario, I've frigged my rainbow barf up. But hey, we'll see. Okay, so let's go ahead and make sure that we've got this all. Let's bring this closer to me. My screws are here ready. We're going to plug this in. Make sure we line our pins up. There we go. There we go. I don't know. This has been a long time coming. Let's just see now if we're lined up. We are lined up. Look at that. Okay. And yes, I am going to double check my 5-volt connection before I power this thing on. We're going to make sure this time that we don't have to do this a third time, other than I swear I damaged the rainbow barf. Oh well. Poop happens, then you move on. If I get my nozzle LEDs going, that's okay. Rainbow barf I can replace easily. Okay. Our head is together. Now, we have our signal, which is going to our signal. We have our 5-volt, which is going to 5 volts with the jumper right here. Guaranteed that's 5 volts. I'm not even going to meter it. I'm not that much of an idiot that I am, but I'm not that much. So I feel confident in powering this on right now at the tool head. We are going to have 5 volts at the tool head. Yeah. Because that 5-volt line's coming in here. I suppose I could always pop this off. Oh no, that's the signal. That's not going to be that's just the signal line. That's not going to be the 5-volt line. The 5-volt power line is coming in this massive one here, and we did check that last time, so we know that's right. That's just the signal plug. And as long as this 5-volt is going into the chamber fan 5-volt plug, we're good. So we're not going to do, we don't need to do any, we're good here. We are good here. I'm pretty sure, I'm confident. Well, I mean, I could always pop this off. And I could always check for continuity, but there's no sense. No, we're good. We're good. That's just beating a dead horse if I do that. We know that we have good continuity. We know we're plugged into the right pin up here. We know we're plugged into the right pin here, and we know we're plugged into the right pin here. We have our jumpers set for 5 volts. We have this upper one, just in case I plugged it into the wrong one. We have this upper jumper. Anyways, I'm powering it on right there. Boom, I just did it. Powered it on. Okay, I don't have LED lights yet, and I don't know if they're going to come on right away, but we'll see. The good news is, last time that happened, they came on immediately and blew immediately. So let's just see what happens here. Good news is I didn't blow them. Okay, we have a rainbow barf light up. That's a good sign. Okay, that's a really good sign. Let's go ahead and get Clipper started. Here we go. Clipper is started. Let's see if I can turn the LED nozzles on. And I cannot turn the LED nozzles on. But I've got a rainbow barf nozzle, rainbow barf LED lit. Yes, and it could very well be. I got to check my config file right now. But I know we got power coming up here. We have the rainbow barf LED lit up. No nozzle LEDs lit up yet, but that could just be the configuration file. So, can I turn that one off? Logo LEDs off. Yeah, so that's working. Logo LEDs on. Oops, logo. Oh, let's just do a different status. There's one status. So the statuses are working. I don't know if you can see this. Let me zoom in a little closer. If I hit number 2, I think that'll zoom you in a little closer. So it's hard to see, but if you look right here, right there, well, of course, where the logo LEDs are, and I've changed the statuses. See, we're changing colors. So we are working. And if I turn them off, well, I think it's the config file. They are changing colors. There we are. Now we're off. Okay, if I put a status printing, it goes to a different color. So they're working the way they should. Carbon fiber ASA is outstanding. Sent me a DM. Okay, I'll have a look at that. So let's go ahead. Now that that's it. Nozzle LEDs are not on yet, but I'm going to assume we're okay with the power. We have them blowing. We're getting statuses. So let's go ahead and look at the config file. I think I did change the config file. We're going to go back and change it to what it should be. Let's go in here and let's look at what I have for NeoPixel. No, there's my backup one. And I believe this is the one that I want. I did change back to the other one. This is the Rainbow Barf backup NeoPixel. So I'm going to go ahead, because this is the old one. This is the one I don't want on there. So, okay. Was there a change between RGB and RGBW lights? I don't know. Okay, let's first of all, let's go ahead and stop clicking with the left button. Let's go ahead and rename this one. You're starting that whole reboot thing again, aren't you, you dumb little thing? So let's go ahead and rename this one back. Okay, and let's take the one that we've got named as back 2. Let's not just right mouse. Let's right mouse click. We'll rename this one config. Okay, so that becomes our config file. Now in here we have chain count 10, which it should be. Well, let's see. So the RGB, yeah, because we have 8 on the Rainbow Barf, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 on the end. So this should be right. GRB, 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 GRB should be 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 GRBWs, which are the nozzle lights. Okay, initial color does not really matter. Red, blue, and then this should work. Let's save and restart this and see what we get. Okay. There we go. We've restarted. And we're getting a nice funky rainbow. We are getting, if you look on this, I don't know if you can tell, we're getting a funky, nice little Rainbow Barf pattern, which is, I believe, what that macro is supposed to be all about. So we're getting some nice, funky color changing rate happening there. Now, if we go back to our dashboard, we should have a whole slew of new things here, which we do. So if I go ahead and set nozzle LEDs on, so the nozzle LEDs are not coming on. Okay. Logo LEDs off. We're not responding to anything here. Let's see if I can change the status. Yep, it changes the status. Status homing. We get a different light pattern. Status part ready. Status printing. Yeah, so it changes color depending on the status. Status ready. Status busy. Yeah, it goes green, green, green. So we're getting a funky rainbow barf. Hey, yeah. 9 and 10 are RGBW. Yes, they are. So we're getting different statuses for the rainbow barf. If I go print end, print start, set nozzle, status calibrating Z. Yeah, really, that means nothing to me. It changes different color patterns the way it goes when you change the status, which means nothing to me. It just looks funky, I suppose, if you want to do that. But the key thing here is that the nozzle LEDs are not coming on. So nozzle LEDs on. So there's something up with the nozzle LEDs. We were getting power and ground to the nozzle LEDs, but the only one I couldn't check continuity on was the signal. Yeah, there's our status heating, which changes our rainbow barf pattern. Then if I change to status homing, it changes it. Status leveling, it changes it again. So we're getting somewhere with that. So, oh, hello, Chris. By the way, I just saw Rainbow Barf. Hey, Neri's welcome. Mwahahaha. He sneaks in quietly and gives me a mwahahaha. Look at that. By modify, you mean color wheel and intensity on the dashboard. Check the config to see if they're set right later in the config. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the config. Let's go to machine. Let's go to the NeoPixel config, and let's have a look here. So, NeoPixel SB LEDs, pin PB0. We're on the right pin. We know that. Chain count is 10. Okay. Oh, see, I've got white 0. My initial... I'm going to change my initial. I'm going to change them all to 1. Let's give it a value here anyways. Don't want to do that. I don't want that extra 0, 1.0. Oh, come on. Can you type or what? You don't need to do that either. Okay, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute here. There we go. And we'll change this one to 1.0 because the nozzle LEDs have white. Okay, LED effect animation. So here's the logo LED effects, which are all these things here. I don't claim to know what these things do. I'm just going to leave them like that. Now let's see the all LED effects and LED effect statics, the macros. And that's it. I don't see anything about nozzle LEDs in here, other than the fact that I turned on the white. Now let's see if I save and restart this. Do I get LEDs on the nozzles? Let's have a peek here and see. Next line. Okay, so we have our funky rainbow barf doing its thing. I don't know if I can get used to that. It's kind of funky, but I don't know if I can. Anyways, dashboard. Let's see if I can set nozzle LEDs on. And we still got nothing on the nozzle. So let's go back to the config. See what Jack is saying here. Next line for lower 2 need change from default. Okay, well, let's go look at that. There's our NeoPixel config. Which line are we talking? I seen tonight that LDO finally has 350 milligrade integrated stepper motors and distributor hands. Oh, integrated stepper motors. Nice. Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? So Jack, next line for lower 2 need change from default. Which one are you talking? Lower 2. This is the first time I've played around in this particular config file. We have chain count is correct. Our color order is correct. Set the pixel order required by the LD, yeah, which is what we've got. 9 and 10, line 9 and 10. GRB, these ones here, you're saying that they have to be changed to what? Are they not GRBW? Or are they RGBW? So the first 8 are GRB, which are the rainbow barf. Maybe these need to be RGBW. Is that what you're saying, Jack? That those should be RGBW, because it says they got to be, options are GRB, RGB, GRBW or RGBW. Yes, but he changed that line. Oh, he did. Okay, well, let me... They either have to be added or uncommented. I'm a little confused. Obviously, it's the last two that are giving an issue. Okay, let me go ahead and look back. So let me go find... Here, Jack, post... You said you posted a link. Let me go look for that link. You said you posted a link on my Facebook. Let's see. It's not too long. Okay, let me find that video, that link again. I think that's the same link. Do I still have that link here? Do I still have it? Hang on, I might still have it open here. Let me refresh this page. There's the GitHub where I got that config file. Okay, GRBW. So here's the GitHub where I got the config file. And that's the exact config file that I have right there now. Okay. No, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Jack. Here, bear with me. I'm going to give you mod for a second here. You can then post a link right in the chat if you will, please. There you go. Go ahead and post the link right in the chat for me, Jack. That way I just don't have to hunt around for that link and we can find it. In the meantime, I'm just going to quickly tidy up these two wires. Since we know the wiring is right, I'm going to just tidy up real quick here without zapping myself in here. Just going to quickly tidy these wires up. And then we need to kind of give this one a home. Because I'm 99.999% sure that I'm done with my wiring under here now. Other than the chamber fan, which I'm not overly concerned about at this point in time. So we're not going to worry about that right now. Yes, I see it now. Give me 1 second. I see it now, Jack. Let me just tuck these away. There we go. And where did I put that cover? Is it over here? No. Where did I put it? I have somewhere, because I want this to look good. Where did I put that cover? Come on. Somewhere on my desk is, y'all know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my raceway cover. Oh, I bet I know what I did with it. I'll bet I don't know what I did with it. Are you freaking kidding me? Because I want to. Okay, well, you know what? That's okay. I'll just stand it up. I'll put the bottom cover on later. But for now, let's go ahead and look at that link that Jack put. Where can you find the wire raceways? Well, these ones came with the kit, but you can also get them if you have a local electronics store. Electronic stores will sell them. Here it is, right here. You can get them at local electronic stores, for the most part. Let's make sure we're all tucked back in here nicely, like good little kids. Get in the groove here. Get in the groove here. My head in the way? Yeah, probably. Every time I see my head in the way in the camera, it reminds me of the movie Anybody familiar with the movie So I Married an Axe Murderer? Michael Myers. Here we go. Head, move, get down. Anyways, there we go. That tidies it up a lot nicer under there. So there we go. I don't think I printed. Did I print the clips to put the bottom on yet? I don't even think I printed the clips to put the bottom on. But I do have. Yeah, I got to print the clips yet. But once I print the clips, I do have the bottom that will go on like so. But I got to print the clips, but that's okay. So for now, we're going to go have a look at this link that Jack posted. Skip the install and go to the software. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Mr. Jack. Let me go to the, and let's go to here. Let's move this over this way. And here is what we are watching. So I don't want to demonetize, so I'm not going to play the sound for you guys. Let me, whoa. Let me see what he's saying here. You'll hear it through the mic anyways, if this decides wants to play. There we go. So this part I've done. This part we've done. We've got to get to the software part. And why is this not want to load? No bottom panel. Yeah. Did I put a bottom panel on my 2.4? I'm not sure. This what is with this video? Let's refresh it. Are we running? Here we are. Okay, so hang on. Let's just. Okay, let's go here. Configuration. Here we go. Yes, Mark. Okay. Okay. Why is this not playing smoothly? Huh. Anyways. Okay. I'm going to skip a bit ahead. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead a bit. Skip ahead a bit because we know we've got this set. Okay, that's all right. So I'm just going to go back. There we are. So basically what he's saying there is what we've got. We've got 8 GRBs to represent the rainbow barf, and we got 2 GBRWs to represent the nozzle LEDs. No. What'd you say? What do you mean no, Jack? You were there. What? What am I missing? What? Am I going too quick? Very next change. Oh, okay. 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 Or did I miss something prior to this? Oh, okay. 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 You think I passed it? Let's see if I've got this part right. I don't even see this part. I don't think I have the same config file he's working with. No, I don't. Okay, let me go back. If you think I passed it, let me go back and see. Where was I here? Let me go back. Let me go back to the beginning here. Since we'll take a few minutes and watch it. Okay, here. Let's watch it again. Hey, Thomas. Okay, so hang on. So he is using a different config file. I agree, Neil. So let's see, does he have a link to that config file? Buy or download the different fuse carrier, get the LED effect library here. So let's go ahead. Let's go to this. Let's see. File templates, example Voron stealth burner. Where am I going to find that? Under no. Let me. There's no sense watching him if I'm not using the same config file. That's just me thinking out loud here. Right here. So this is the one. This is probably the one that he's working with right here. Let's just see. Or is he? This is Julian's. Oh man, let's see. This is let me just see here. Nozzle effects. NeoPixel LEDs 2, 3. Okay, so this one here I can work with. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to copy this in the meantime, and I will watch the whole thing. So let's go ahead and copy that one. Okay, let's watch this. Okay. We'll do this together. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I just need to go through the default for the begin, but we'll watch this till he gets through the default. Good point, bigger fish. Yeah, this part I get. Yeah, that's going to be 9 and 10. 9 and 10. Mhm. You can't hear any of it? Well, maybe it's not coming through. I've got the volume up, but the mic might not be picking it up. Okay, so I'm going to pause it there because I don't really need to get into the advanced effects right now. I just want to get it working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this for now. I'm going to go back. I'm going to put in the am I on the where is my there it is here. I'm going to back oops. I'm going to back up this one. I'm going to call this back 2. I'm going to create a new one and paste the one that I just got from the other site. So we sort of start fresh. And we'll call this neopixel.config. Okay, we'll go into there. We'll paste in what we just did from the other site. Oops, that's not what I wanted. It was right here, and it was, no, where did I find it? Right here. Oh, okay, I see what happened here. I need to copy this whole thing. They don't have a copy button for the whole thing. That just copied that one line. So let's copy this config file. That was the second one. Let's see. Oh, barf. Oh, I see. Okay, hang on a second here. That's a different one. This one is for 3 LEDs, and this one down here, there we go. There's the rainbow barf one right here. LED effects barf. Okay. So this is the one I want. And the third one is barf fan config. Boy, there's a lot of configs here. He is defining LED for use in the macros. Your config defines the LEDs in the macro. Also, chain count is 10. Is that right? No, it should be 10 because there's a rainbow barf LED here. But I want to see he's got an LED effects barf fan. And then what's the next one that they have down here? Or is that the third? That's the last one. That's the last one. I don't have a fan, so I'm not worried about the rainbow barf fan. So I'm going to copy that one. We're going to come into here. And we're going to paste that all in here. Here we go. Okay. Okie doke. So we're in here, and here we have a chain count of 10, which is correct. We have our order, which is 8 GRBs, and a GRBW, which is correct. We can leave these at their defaults right now. Now we're going to go down and look under the logo effects. NeoPixel SB LEDs are 1 to 8. Okay. There's our logo effects there. And this is just telling which NeoPixels to turn on, et cetera, et cetera. And now we got to get down to our nozzle effects. Okay, SB leads, so they're already here. It's 9 and 10. So they've changed that a little bit. So they've actually made the effects and everything. We have our chain count 9 and 10 for the logo, for the nozzle right there. Uncle Elon let you back on Twitter's cool. Here's the file not being diffed. Look at the name again, see the double overlay squares, that's a copy function. But that just copied the name of the file, Chris. I tried that. I see exactly where you mean. You mean right there. That just copied this line though for me on the last one, but I know exactly what you meant. Let me see that link you're posting here. How come my YouTube window closed? I did not tell my YouTube window to close. So if I do that and I go back here, and I don't need to hear myself. Brendan Wilson, here is the file not being diffed. Yeah, that's the same one that's very similar to the one I have right now. Yep, I think that's the one I have right now. It looks exactly the same. They just changed the chain count. They put the chain count in the, yeah. Okay, so let's just have a quick peek through this again. Let's start at the top, make sure. Okay, so we have our color order set. We have our chain count to 10. We have our logo effects. NeoPixel SB LEDs are 1 to 8, and that's for all the logo effects. NeoPixel SB LEDs tells which ones to use. Now, there's another, and then we have our nozzle effects using LEDs 9 to 10 in the chain count. Okay, so here we go. Then we have our critical errors. We have our stats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For the LED logo LEDs. And then set nozzle LEDs, set logo LEDs. Nozzle LEDs right here are 9 and 10. So that's all been set in this updated file right here. So I'm going to save and restart. And then we're going to restart the firmware. It said to restart. And then he said to restart firmware. Okay, and then we have some funky effects going on again on the rainbow barf. Okay, Jose, thank you so much for being here, man. I appreciate that. You have a great sleep. I know it's always late for you, and I appreciate the time you do spend on the stream. Okay, so now I'm probably frustrating people out there because I'm obviously missing something here. Let me do a full restart just because. See if that makes a difference. Anyways, I can work on this after. My secondary goal tonight is to get the rest of this printer put together. But let's start this up and see what we get. Shall we? Okie dokie. 33 people watching, 28 likes. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, then please do. Hey, RC Chapman, no problem at all. Hit the thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. I'm trying to get 2,000 subscribers this month, year, decade. So we have Rainbow Barf going crazy here. So, which is okay. I'm going to look at that config file one more time. I think I just need to spend a little more time in the config. I don't want to spend a lot of time watching the video on my stream. I think I just need to basically do that on my own and play around with this. The main point here is that I did not burn out my LEDs. It could very well be that I have a bad solder joint in the signal. I'll get it once I watch all of it. Exactly. I'm going to turn that white onto 1 as an initial startup, because the nozzle LEDs do have the white. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it here. We're going to put the rest of this printer together. And that way the printer is finished, except for this rainbow barf configuration file. Yes, it would have been so much easier just to go with the standard 3 LEDs, but that would not have been nearly as fun. So, but yeah, the rainbow barf is, and it's you can't see the colors on screen, but you can see it going kind of funky. So it's doing something, but it's not staying solid colors. So there is definitely something going on in that config file. So because I can't even go on here and say nozzle LEDs or logo LEDs off, they don't turn off. They just keep going wild. Yeah, I'm a bit in the zone, just a bit in the zone. But yeah, but I just don't want to spend too much time watching that video on stream. So what I'm going to do for now, just because I don't want those things going wild, the good news is I've only got 5 volts going to them, and they do work because they are flashing. They are looking pretty, but it's going to be distracting. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to go and I'm going to just, I'm not even going to disable it. I'm just going to let them play around while we finish up here. So I'm going to stand this sucker up. Stand it up. Without pinching my cable here. And for those of you that may wonder, that don't know, this is just simply the cable that's used for doing the input shaping. I got to figure out a way. I'd love to have this on a retractor so I can pull it and it goes zip, right? So we'll figure that out after. But anyways, that's just the input shaper cable, which I didn't want to run through the drag chain because it's not used that often, and I just really didn't want to run it through the drag chain. So we'll just leave that off to the side for now. So we're going to put some covers on. Since we do have a hot end that's all working in together now, so we have these quick connect clips on the covers that we have put on that you guys are all aware of. These are the Cat's Meow. It's a little upgrade for this. It's these quick connects so that this just pops on, and these things simply, like so. So there's one cover, and oops, what's in the way here? Something is in the way here. Oh, did I? Oh, that screw. Oh, I see what I did wrong. That screw's in the way. I got to just angle this thing a little bit. Come in at an angle. There we go. Just to get behind this screw that's holding the spool holder on. I'm not a fan of these spool holders, to be honest with you, but they do the job. I'm going to figure a different spool holder out eventually for this thing. I know there's a lot of mods out there for the spool holders, but these things just quickly zip, zip, diddly yip, like so. And we have that side on. Then we can zip it around. And yeah, get yourself a Lazy Susan if you're doing a build. It makes life a hell of a lot easier. The LED, in the LED config, look for auto start under each effect, all but rainbow or false. Oh, I get it. Okay. Okay. Oh, I get it. Okay, I'm going to do a lot more research into the LEDs. The standard LEDs that come, that I'm seeing not the rainbow barf. The standard LEDs are very simple to configure. It's the rainbow barf that's just a little trickier. Here's all our covers. Okay, now we have a top. Okay, so the top, is that overhead camera? No, that overhead camera is not pointing there. But top's basically the same, except on the top, I have to pull off this piece. I haven't put the top on yet. Nero 3D took a spool holder from Switchwire to use on his big Vorons. Okay, yeah. I'm just, this spool holder works. I'm just not 100% thrilled with it. So that's all. And on the top, boom. And see, I printed the wrong size clips. And I'm going to move these closer to the corners because the corner's not quite pushing down. And I printed the wrong size clips for the top. I should have done 3.5 millimeters, but these will work. These are working. I just need to move the corners closer to the corners. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that right now because that's a real simple fix. This one. It's going to move the corners in closer to the corners for the top ones here. Oh, that's not the top one. Make sure. Oh, lordy, lordy. Screw it up here. Make sure I move the right one. Oh. Do. There we go. Make sure I move the right clip. So move that one over here. There we go. That's better. That just snugs the corners a little better. These ones are fine. We'll just move these over to equal them. So they look the same. Come on, hammerhead nut. Don't do me like that. There we go. Could actually put a third one. Actually, on these, I should have had 3 up top. I think I have spares somewhere. The video you watched some and you need to go 1818. He changes a bit of the config there to make it work. Oh, really? Okay, well, since we're, let's see, did I close that? No, I don't think I closed that. 1818. Go to 1818. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, well, I'm keeping that video open, so I will watch it to its fullest extent. I just don't want to watch the whole thing live on the stream because really, I should have done my homework a little in advance and done that. So, okay. So there's that one. That corner's fine. This one will be fine. I just moved the outside corners. Then on this side, I can move this one. There we go. And yep, that snaps that down fine. I should have done 3.5 millimeter clips for the top. I did the 5 millimeter. It's still holding it down enough, and I'm just moving these ones to keep it aesthetically the same looking. And we'll move this one over just to get a good seal on the top here, if you're wondering why I'm moving them. And like that, and then we'll move this one over to match this one. And these ones should be giving me, they're giving me a perfect seal right across there. So I can either add a third one here. I don't really think I need to because we got a good seal all the way around here. So there we go. Now, we're going to throw some doors on. We got the doors all pre-made. It's a side filament entry on the back in lieu, oh, I see, in lieu of the exhaust. Yeah. I'll probably do that eventually. So we'll get these door panels kind of lined up and on. If I can get my hammerhead nuts lined up. There we go. And you are right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and tighten these on. This is the easy part. Easy peasy, easy peasy. Okay, we just need the magnet on the bottom here. That seems to be, these hinges seem to be a little bit tight, but that's okay. We'll get that figured. Where's my other door? Oh, right here, right in front of me. There's my other door. Add some 1mm foam on the bottom and the center. Give you some clearance before you put the magnet parts on. Okay. I've got foam in the bottom and the center. I've got foam in the bottom of the doors. Are you meaning in the bottom of the... Oops. Oh, come on, hammerheads. Nothing worse than an uncooperative hammerhead. There we go, and there we go. Okay. Let's see, this one can come a little bit lower, right about there. That looks about right. Oh, perfect. I mean, that's a nice, snug, perfect fit. I tried on the 2.4. I tried those the hinges that allow you to open the doors all the way, but they were just a pain in the arse to line up. They would just not line up for anything. I mean, this is really snug. I mean, that's just doesn't get much snugger. So, okay, you meant on top of the bottom center magnet piece where the doors meet. Oh, I see. Okay. So bottom center magnet piece. So this piece is going to be going in here like so. Hang on a second here. So this piece, let's see, we have two of these. We have, I printed extras, obviously. Or am I doing, yeah, it's on all four. Let me just cheat and peek over here. Okay, so these go down. So this goes up here like this. This is going to go in like that. And the bottom one's going to go in like this. Come on. Get in there. These are going to go something like that. And then these guys are going to go nope. Whoa, dude. Let's see. So it's going to go out like, let's see what I do here. That's going to go there. Oh, I see. You mean in here. Okay, underneath this centerpiece right here. So that magnet there is going to match up. Hang on a minute here. Hang on a minute. How did I get this backwards? Hold on. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. So that piece is going to go something like that. Okay. So this is going to come here. like so. So that's going to be on there like that. And this one is going to match. Where's the opposite of this one? This one here. So these are going to come up here like that. Okay. I got to glue these magnets in. So at the display where the ribbon cable comes out the right side, I just installed mine and folded the cable back, but it's still kind of visible. Yes, the ribbon cable comes right here, but what I did is I actually bent the ribbon cable so that it's like it's plugged in and it's immediately folding back. It's immediately going back towards the inside, so it's not actually coming towards the outside. So I just oriented the ribbon cable so, and I wish I could show you. Maybe this camera, maybe I can show you. Hang on. So if I get this camera down here, and you can kind of see, if I zoom in a bit here. So right there, there's the ribbon cable right there. But the ribbon cable's plugged in, and then it immediately folds back and goes back towards the inside underneath that bracket, so that it's not coming out and folding around and sticking out here. So, yeah, that's what I've done with that. On the bottom one, oh, I see. Hey, Llama. So on the bottom one, it's going to kind of go like, oh, that's the wrong piece. This is the right piece right here. The bottom one will go kind of like that. Oh, I see what you mean there in the door. On the you're speaking on the top frame here on the inside. Oh, just push fit the magnets? Yeah, we'll see what happens here. I got to find the magnets. Can I even get this thing out? That was a tight fit in there. Let me see if I can even get this out of here without damaging it. There we go. This was a snug fit. And then this one. Oh, I didn't want to home you. I pushed the wrong button. I'm homing the printer. Well, let's just home all since I did it. There we go. Love the tap, by the way. Okay, let's get the magnets. I think these are the same magnets. I think these are these ones. Let's just scroll down a bit here. I think these are the same magnets for that I used for the old clicky probe and the tap. Let's see if these ones will. If these are the magnets that are going to fit into here. Yep, they are. They're a very snug fit. Are they ever a snug fit? Let's see. Come on. Okay. Maybe if I put it down on the desk and if I get the magnet in there and I... Holy cow, that's tight. Obviously this piece didn't get a lot of clearance when it printed. So let's do this. Let's get a hammer. There we go. This is a hammer. Just so you guys know that this is a hammer. Furnace glass door magnet latches. I don't know. There we go. See, look at the standard hammer works. Now we got to make sure that we put the other magnet in the same polarity. So that's there, and this one. So that one's going to go in that way down. Okay, like so. Let's hammer that magnet in. They're definitely going to be friction held in. I don't need to glue those in at all. Okay, so now, and I did get the polarity right. Good. Let's do the top ones. Hey, Brendan, take care. Have a great night. Doesn't have to be the same, as long as I get the polarity the same on these. Yes, I do have a hammer somewhere, but don't ask me where. But theoretically, every tool is a hammer. Just a matter of how big or how heavy a hammer you want. Oh, good. And I got them in all the same polarity, too, because they're opposites attract. These are an opposite. Hey, Stephen Poole. Okay, so I need to get... let me get me some... let me get my nuts out. I got to get my nuts out, my hammerheads. We need 2 hammerheads. And we need... You think you have an electrical problem with the nozzle. You think I have an electrical problem with the nozzle LEDs. When you turn the printer on, they should come on as defined by initial colors. That's how mine... Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking, Neil, too. So I'll pop that ahead apart again later, and I'll see what happens. At least I know I didn't blow them by having them the wrong voltage going through them. But I will look into that after. So we're going to put some... Oh, I just got to pre-drill... I just have to drill these little holes out a bit, give me a bit of clearance. There we go. These white parts were printed with sample spools of PLA that came with old printers. So they weren't necessarily the best PLA to print them with, but I think that's why my tolerances are very tight, which is fine. We can work with it. And then we need an M38 here. Remember when I used to go searching for nuts and screws and bolts? I'm so organized now with this kit. Like, you could ask me to find any bolt or nut, and I'll find it within 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Anyways, there we go. Okay. So with that done, let's go ahead and click number 1. Here we go. So now we're going to find the middle here. Let me just put my hammer over here. I'm going to need it a bit more. So we need to find the center. The touch screen's right there. I keep touching the touch screen. Oh man, this is very tight, but not much I can do about that right now. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this in here. Actually, what I should do, just because I'm just going to shut down. There we go. That way I don't keep touching the touchscreen and worry about touching the touchscreen. Come on, hammerhead. Oh, man. You're supposed to cooperate. I wonder if there's any way I can shave these down real quick. Let's just try something here. You use the same Neil pixel fig as I have. Okay, Neil. I'll look into that, Neil. I'm going to definitely look into them. Yeah, they should work, because when I blew them, it might be my wiring, and I should check the signal wires, because when I blew them, they came on, but they only came on for like 10 seconds, and then they blew, and they were gone. And then that's when I realized that, hey, 24 volts for 5 volt NeoPixels or 5 volt LEDs, not a good idea. That's for one of Grant's Friday failure videos. Okay, let's get you in there. There we go. Now we just have to find the middle. Oh, we're almost in the middle here. Let's just nudge this over a little bit. Come on, a little bit. There we go. Not quite. Just a little bit more. This is very tight in there. That's oh, that was a little too much. There we go. That looks perfect. That looks perfectly middled. Perfectly middled or centered, whatever you want to call it. Okay, top one. Now, let's shave these off a bit. That helped a little bit, just to do a little bit of shaving of the edges here. Little bit of shaving on the edges. Hey, Teza. Okay. Oh, come on, don't be stubborn. There we go. And, oh, it's way off middle. That's a little off. Oh, that's almost middled. And perfectly middled. You might say centered, but hey, in Canada we say middled. No, we don't. Okay, now that those are middled, I need to put some magnets in these little handles and the door handles. So we need to make sure that we have polarity correct. So that guy's there and this guy's here. So that's going to go down in these like this. Well, this is going to be fun to get these magnets in. Oh, that started. Okay, good. So these magnets, this is a dual purpose hammer. You know that. Then you can take these and just use this and pressure fit the magnets in like that. Let's see. And we did it. We did it right. Good. Okay, we got the foam on the door. Now this one, we need the opposite of this one, which is not that one, but that one. And then we need to take this magnet, put it in the right way this way. Let's get it started. Oops. Come on, flatten out and get in the hole. Dang. You're one stubborn magnet. Well, how about we just go right to the grippers and grip you in. There we go. You do that and you pray you got the polarity right, because there's no coming back from this. There's no coming back from this. Yes. Yes. Okay, those are right. Let's get the top ones right. Oh, so top ones, we have that one. And we have that one. Okay. Is that two? No, that was just one. Okay. Stick. Okay, we got this one here. This is the right way. We take our hammer. It's a multi-purpose hammer, guys. And we pressure fit these in with the hammer. There we go. And let's see. That one's right. And this one, that one's going to go this way. No, is that right? Hang on a minute. Boom, that wants to come in. Yeah, that was right. I had it right. I'm second guessing myself. I shouldn't do that. Guy blows 2 sets of LEDs and then all of a sudden he second guesses himself. What's that all about? There we go. And then there we go. Those are correct. Now we need some VHB, some VHB tape, which we happen to have tons of it right here. Integrity. Wow. By the way, Richard, those parts are printing nicely so far. Beautifully. That's the same sound I make, huh? Let's put this tool back, put our tools back when we're done using them. Okay. Oh, wait till you see you should see these parts. Oh, wait till you see these parts that came out on the bamboo. Okay, so this one has got to be taped basically on here. So it's holding on here and up here, so it's holding on here. So those are going to basically be taped in those positions right there. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to boom chakalaka. I'm going to cut some tape here. Look at that. It was almost like magic. I'm going to put this on here. Make sure it's kind of corrected like that. Cut this off. Cut this off cleaner. Okay. And then the second piece up here. I need wider VHB. I don't have any left. I have lots at the office. I have stronger stuff than this even. I have the black stuff, which is used for assembling buildings and windows and stuff, but it's expensive as all get out. But it works really well. Thank you. Thank me for what? What did I thank you? What did you thank me for? Oh, yeah, for the parts. Yeah. They're looking really good. I'll show you them in a minute here. Everybody would be interested to see how the other Voron is doing, since this is a Voron stream. Okay, so now this is the fun part that I always love, is getting the liner off of VHB tape. But when you do it enough, you eventually get it. And I have a little trick I use. And I can't share that trick because it doesn't always work. But sometimes it's just patience. And a steady hand and a sharp, sharp, sharp knife. And a good pair of glasses. And there we go. So this one is going to go. Let's get the magnet in the right spot. Right there. Okay. That one. Let's get the top one. Let's get the top one now. I've already got that foam in there, by the way. These doors are very snug, which is good. I'm not complaining about that at all. I'd rather have the doors closed snugly than have them waffle themselves open after a while. There we go. This one here, like that. Is like so, and then this one here. I guess didn't need that little strip, but that's okay. Getting one of the corners to lift just a little bit. Yes, that's the trick. This is the this stuff is the black adhesive, which is a little more aggressive than the gray adhesive. There we go. And so it's a little harder sometimes to get the corners to lift on them. But with patience and persistence and prayer, everything works fine. Except when you got a tiny little piece like this. There we go. There we go. And then okay, that one's done. Let's get these ones closed. Oops. Okay. 2 done, 2 to go. Da 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 da. Sorry. I don't have background music, so you got to put up with me doing my da-da-da-das. Oh, come on, Shadell. Although you're right. You're very right. You should see the first part that came off the bed I used. I didn't like the bed I used last time. Anyways, we won't talk about that. Let's just say that I've seen straighter looking roller coasters. Okay. Okay, we're getting there. I know this part is so boring, but hey, too bad. You tuned into my stream. Now you're stuck watching it. Don't you dare leave. There's one piece. You guys are just watching with a sharp knife in my hand saying, come on, just slip just a little bit of blood. No blood on tonight's stream. I'm sorry. Okay. Here we go. Okay, beautiful. Look at that. Lines up and everything. Almost like I know what I'm doing. What a liar, I do not. Okay, one more piece. Uno más piece. Right there. That's the right length, too. Oh, fig jam. Oh, good one. Definitely a fig jam moment. Okay. Okay. And we just got to snip the corner here. And we are good to go. So, Chris, are you still on here? Nearies. Is it me or did I miss your stream Wednesday or were you not on Wednesday? I don't recall seeing your stream go live Wednesday. You are my midweek entertainment and I missed it. And last one. There we go. We have doors. Here. Cooperate. There we go. No stream Wednesday. Uploaded a vid. Okay. I wasn't sure if I missed it or not. Yeah, they're snug fit, but they work. They close and they're sealed very well. So look at that. That works good. Okay, let's stay together. We got another part. Oh, just about cut myself there. Okay. Let's turn it around the back. Now you got to see. So this part's going to change a little bit. So now what we have in the back, these pieces just came off the the bamboo. Why is there a little red fleck in there? How did I bend? Oh, I bent that tweezer, didn't I? There we go. There's a little red fleck in my piece. There we go. These pieces just came off the bamboo. I mean, man, they look good. This came off the Bamboo Labs. That's the back cover. And then we have a little grill for up top. A little bit of stringing, but that's okay. No big deal. That's the bamboo. And then we have the fan cover. So these are all going to go kind of with this. So we have the red going with the yellow, like so. That's going to be a cover there. And then we're going to have the fan cover here. I haven't put the fan cover. I haven't put the fan in. I don't know if I'm going to. I don't really need a chamber fan. I need to find the coupler that goes in here. There's a coupler that goes in here, and I don't know what I did with it. PEI. Oh, yeah. Okay, I know what you guys are. You guys are having a conversation. That's good. Where did I put that coupler, guys? It's one of the last pieces to be put on this printer. And you think I can find it. It's beyond me. Anyways, I'll worry about that after. So this basically, we have a part that goes up here. I'm going to need to, let's see. I believe that goes something like this. Inside, though, I need to open the manual and see what I'm doing here. You guys just talk amongst yourself for a minute. I'm just going to open up a manual here. Assembly manual. What is that one? That's the R2.4 manual. That's a 0.1 manual. Where is my Trident manual? Although it's probably going to be the same thing. Trident manual. There we go. I just want to have a quick peek at this. I'm going to have to sign into my Office account. No, I'm not going to have to sign into my Office account, am I? Look at that. Let's find that last piece here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, people now. Smile with your brother. Get together one another. Gonna be love one another right now. Right now. Holy manuals. Dum 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 dum. Here we go. So we're looking through this. We've got a long ways to go here. Where's the scroll bar? Get down, get down, get down, get down. There we go. That's done. That's done. Here's where I want. Okay, that's done. Right here. So we need to put some heat insets. Oh, I get to burn myself again. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 heat insets, 8 heat insets. Oh, now you ask me to sign in, you bugger. Come on. There we go. Okay, good. I can sign this, kick myself out of my Office account, sign out, and there we go. Now I can actually, so I need 8 heat insets. I gotta find this coupler, or the adapter, whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty sure I have it. Okay, anyway, so we're going to need some heat insets. Let's go ahead and if we do that and that and that and that, and if I switch to that, then we go there and I go here. I'm just going to go find. I got heat insets here. I got to get my heat inset press. So we have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 heat insets, and I need to find that little. I need to find my little adapter. Give me a second here. In the meantime, I can actually, in the meantime, hang on, give you guys a view. These are the parts I'm printing for Mr. First Layer. Let's see. Oh, see, isn't that nice? Do you like that focus on that camera? Is that beautiful or what? Meantime, here's a bed of parts printing on the 2.4. in gray ABS. Are we focused? We're focused, yeah. So we can watch those in the meantime. I'm going to find, real quick, that part. I think I'm going to find that part. There's that. There is that. And OMG, I cannot find it. That's okay. So in the meantime, I will bring up this toy here. So we need this. I kissed the cod, and I drank cod. I ate cod tongue, and I was screeched in Newfoundland. Oh, these parts are looking good. Oh, I just lost the camera. I tripped over the wire. My bad. Yeah, I also have a habit of tripping over wires. So give me a second. That camera will be up again in a moment. I just have to do that. Then I have to go like this. And I have to go deactivate and then activate. And then we're back on. We're back live again. Just like that. I need to find, real quick, Okay, well, we won't let that stop us. I just don't know where I put that coupler. That's okay. It's around somewhere. It is around somewhere. So, in the meantime, we will, there we go. We'll plug in our, we'll deal with another hot scalding iron. See if I can't burn myself this time. Make sure we're tight, and let's pop it on. And let's get our heat insets out. And let's put some heat insets in. Do I need any in the other parts? Let's just have a quick peek while I got this out. Nope. And I think that's it. Oh, did I miss printing 2 parts? Son of a gun, I did. I missed a couple parts. Okay, hang on a sec. I think I missed printing these parts right here. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, so, okay, so what I got to do, dang, here, you guys can have a first-hand view of this then. I'm going to pop this over here. We're going to go prepare. Oh, I thought I had those parts on this bed. Okay, so we're going to get rid of these parts. Okay, and let's see where that, let me find those STLs really quick. Do. And it's the STLs. It's for the panels, gantry, exhaust filter, fan grill mount. Oh, see, and that's the part right there that I'm missing. Is those right there? I need 2 of those. So I need to go right mouse click. I need to clone it 1 time. Okay, so that's the parts I'm missing that I need. Leave it to me to be missing parts that I have to print. That's okay. I'm going to print those in, since I did the other part in red, yellow, I'm going to print these in red. So that's on my spool 3 on my AMS. And we're going to do this one in red as well. Okay, and we will just go ahead, slice those the way they are because I don't need to change any of my settings. It's going to take a whole 16 minutes to finish them. That's really that long. And we'll print the plate, sending it to the printer. Good, done. Okay, it's on its way to print. Bamboo or the V0 to the rescue. Bamboo's quicker. It's there. I've got all the filaments loaded in it. Ask for red, it'll give me red. 16 minutes. That includes all the setup and warm up time. So theoretically, what it's going to happen is it tells me it's going to take 8 minutes or 7 minutes to prepare, 8 minutes to print. So really, that's not bad. Okay. Meantime, yes, we have a hot iron in the meantime. And we've got to raise it up a little bit here. You raise me up. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and get these heat insets in. Where are we at? 7:30? Oh, it's still early yet. Okay. Come on. Come on. Oh, a little far. That's okay. These ones we're going to, let's do them after. Got a couple in the back here. I love putting heat insets in. I think these things are the cat's meow. I don't even own a cat. Okay. They stay pretty hot. So just be careful you don't touch them afterwards. I just did that for demonstration purposes. That was strictly demonstration purposes. No humans were hurt in the making of this video. There we go. Now 4 more, but I think what I'll do for these 4, do I have any more room to raise this thing? Not really. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Let's see. There we go. Does that give me room? Oh, that gives me lots of space. Nobody owns cats. Oh, cats own people. True. Okay, let's see if I can do this. There we go. That's not bad. Not so bad. Considering I don't have a flat surface to really rest this on. I'm kind of winging it. Oh, yeah, don't melt your part, you doofus. Okay. This piece, yeah, maybe I think for these ones. I think for these ones, I'm just going to pull this iron out. Pop this switch off. Pop this little switch off. Pull the iron out while it's hot. Yeah, that's safe. And I think I'll just pop these in by hand. Oh, that one's crooked as all get out. Come on. That's going to really work well. Ah, we'll get away with it. We'll get away with it. Off. And turned all the way up, down, down. Okay, and we're off. Okay. that's done. Those are done. Fan grill. Where is the fan for this anyways? I found my Nevermore kit. There's a fan for this around somewhere. There's a few more. There's just a couple pieces for this build left, including that coupler. But I don't know where I put. I bet wherever the fan is for this, there's a coupler for it. With it. Let me go look. Meantime, here. Meantime, you guys can watch these little pieces print. Here, let's see. No, not that one. This one. Here. Watch some speed. Feel the need for speed. There it goes. Maybe it didn't come with these fans. Possible it didn't come with these fans. But I kind of doubt it. We'll see. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. No. Huh. Can't find the fan or the coupler. Okay, no big deal. Gee, if it's an LDO kit, no exhaust. Oh, no exhaust fan with the LDO kit? Okay. So then I won't bother looking for it, although I do have a spare. Okay. And then, okay, well, yeah, come to think of it, yeah. Come to think of it, Delmar, you're right, exactly right. And that's why when I bought one for the other one, I did actually buy a spare for this one. This is a 24-volt fan. Okay, so I did, and then I have hundreds of these couplers, or not hundreds. I have dozens of these couplers sitting around. So there we go. We'll get this in. This part's printing, which we need. This is going to be 7 minutes to print now. It's going pretty quick, a little quick. It's on some infill. It's doing its thing. Looks fine. Looks fine. So in the meantime, yeah. So I have a coupler. So I need to drill out the coupler because you don't want this isn't actually a coupler to keep the Bowden tube from slipping or anything. This is just a coupler to guide the Bowden tube. So that's probably too small. So I'm just gonna grab. I just want to get rid of those little gripper teether things that are in here. And I think that's the right drill right there. We did this on the 2.4, so we just grab this and just so that this, yeah, and that's not what I wanted. So let's just pull this right through. So I'm going to need one size up. Running out of beer? That's not good, is it, Jack? See if I can do this without. There we go. I think I did it. I was going to say, let's see if I can do this without damaging my fingers. I think we did it. Oh no, they're still there. Come on, I want to get rid of those little teeth. This doesn't matter, but holy crap, those are tough. That's going to be good. I'll just drop everything. It's going to be good enough for now. And all that, and it's the wrong size coupler. Frig. Let's see if I have another one. See if I have another one. No. Oh, there it is. I got it. Oh. Found one. Kind of not caring now. Found one. That's the size I needed. Yeah, I wonder if... oh, hang on. Dropping everything. Drilling. It's going to work good enough. Don't fall over again this time, drill. There we go. Now this will fit in here. Okay. So I have a coupler that's going to go in there. Ja-ja-ja. And we have a fan because we bought a spare one last time. So this is going to go inside. Or does this go on the outside? Let's see. Let me look at the destructions and see. The fan goes on the outside. Blowing in, blowing out. On the outside blowing out, we need M330 screws. And then we have a fan grill to cover it. That doesn't make sense. I suppose it makes sense. I don't know. Does that make sense to me? I guess it makes sense. Huh. Some adapters have a small lip for casting. Inspect the adapter and necessary drill to carefully remove the lip. Yeah, I don't want them. Yeah, I tried to remove the lip, but that's okay. Okay. So we got done with this, While we're waiting for those parts, we're going to grab a couple M3x30 screws. Audio is going out again. No! 2, 4 M3x30s. Let's get the fan on here. So that's going to be long enough. That is going to be long enough. And those parts are finished. Here we are. So we'll just get these in there. I'll bet this one heat inset is not going to line up because I screwed it up. Let's see if the other ones do. Audio is all staticky. Really? Seriously? Hello, testing. Oh, I think I know why. There, and is that a little bit better at all? Any change there? Testing 1, 2, 3, staticky audio. 1, 2, 3. Could that be? You crushed a connection. No. Oh, I didn't crush a connection. I might have hit one of the volume switches a little different. It should be okay now. Please tell me it's okay now, or I will. Still bad. What? Still bad? What is it with audio issues in Calgary today? It's the cam and mic buffering. Oh, okay. Well, here. Okay, hang on a second here. Tell me if this is any better. Tell me if this is any better. Tell me if this is any better. Tell me if this does fix the deal. Oh, tell me if this is any better. Otherwise, I'll keep singing till it will. Sure. Okay. Better, good. There's the two pieces that the bamboo saved the day for. We had to print these two pieces. Okay, so we're back over to this part here. So we've got the little coupler here, adapter, coupler, whatever you want to call it. I call them couplers, Bowden tube couplers. We've done the heat insets. Okay, we've put the fan in. We're going to put the cover on M3x8 screws. So we need a couple M3x8 screws. Let's see. M3x8s. For those, so we've got two M3x8s right here. Okay. So that is for this part. And that's the lid that goes on here, like so. One. And what did it say? Two M3x8 screws. Oh, man. Don't drop this one, Tim. Don't drop this one. Here we go. This is to get at the filters, if you choose to put filters in this for the exhaust. Drink. Yeah, I think I need a drink. And there's what the back of the printer, which is going to be consistent with the whole overall look of the printer. You think about that. So that's going to be on the very back. Boop, something like that. Okay, let's move these heat insets, because the way I'm going, those will end up on the floor too. Okay. Now, if we switch back, It hid. It heard what you did to those poor LEDs. Son of a gun, I know. Okay, we need some VHB tape, which I have out right here. So we're going to VHB tape just to where the little knotted, little nibbly dobbly things sort of bend on the Wendy bendy thing and the bendy mendy thing. So just up to about this point right here. So they're saying the VHB tape just up to about here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's take a bit of tape. Okay, we will go like that, right up to about where it starts to get a little thick. There. And I think I can actually just bend this tape a little bit. Yep. I can get away with, I think I'm going to just do it the easy way. I'll go there, cut off this angle. The nice thing about this angle is I should be able to then come around and use this on this angle. No, I'm not going to get that fancy. You can't see what I'm doing here, but if I lower this a little bit, you will. There you go. And we'll go from here, right about there, over to here, cut this off. Okay, and then we'll take this angle here, and we'll put it right there, like so. And we'll snip dingle that one. Snip dingle. Okay, and we'll come over to this side. And this guy here. Don't cut your wire for your fan. Now the only, I'm not even going to call it a negativity. Let's just straighten that tape out here. Is the one thing that I wasn't really thrilled with, and I get it's not Voron's fault, it's nobody's fault, it's just a design thing, is that the wire for this fan basically runs on the outside of the printer. It's down the back, so it runs on the outside of the printer and then in through a hole or something to get plugged into the board. But it's one of the only wires that's not really hidden very well. And then one more piece of tape. Right about there. There we go. But that's a minor thing, right? I mean, who's going to complain about that? I'm just mentioning it because I can. Okay, so we have that all taped up, ready to go on. Okay, and then the next step, see, there's the filters. If you're going to insert the filters, we insert filter material. We're not going to insert filter material right now. So now we need to take this piece. We need some M5 T-nuts, and then we need some M3 by 12s, and then we need M5 by 10s. Okay. So let's look at what we got to do here. M3 by 12s, and then we're putting in M5 T-nuts. Where are they going in? On the inside? They're going on the inside. Okay, so here's why I like. Oh, we're almost at my 3 hours. Look at that. Here's why I like these removable sides, because I need to get in and get access to there. Instead of undoing a whole bunch of little screws, all I got to do is have some fun. All I got to do is undo these quick release clips. And like so, I have my side off. Get those clips. They're so well worth it. Okay. So we need some hardware here. I need some M3 by 12s. There's 2 of them here. I need some M5 T-nuts. 2 M5 T-nuts, and then I need, on the next page, it tells me I need M5 by 10s. And I've got 2 of these in my kit. Outside. Oh yeah, but I gotta access the inside though as well. I do have to access the inside to put some nuts through. Okay, because on this, so the T-nuts, so if we look on this, the T-nuts are going on the inside of the frame, and the M3s are going through. Let me think about this. The M3s are going through, and those brackets go inside the frame and match up with the M3s. And then the M5 T-nut, the M5s hold those 2 brackets in place. So basically, those M3s I just took out go through here. Let's get rid of there's a tiny bit of stringing on this thing. Let's just get rid of the stringing real quick. There we go. Okay, so these go through here. The other one's here. This is going to sit something like this. And on the inside, that's going to sit something like that. And on the inside, I need these 2 little bracket pieces we just printed. But I need to put the T-nuts in. Oh, I see what I'm saying. Okay, hang on a second here. Those T-nuts are going... Let me think about this for a second, because these brackets go in here, around these. Boom, boom, boom. Or is that on the outside? Is that on the outside? I'll figure this out here. Yeah, that is on the outside, because there's the cover. So the M3s, oh, so that comes from the inside. Oh, okay. So this, it only makes sense then. This comes from the inside, like this. Okay. That comes like this. This is going to go into this, like so, and like so. I'm reading all the comments as I can, and I see where you're thinking. And then the T-nuts are going to go up top. Aha. Aha. And then the T-nuts are going to go up top. Yeah, and that makes sense. And then we're going to screw that in with the M5, and then we're going to put that in over top. And then those 2 M3s are what's screwing into the... Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, so that's exactly the way it goes. So we can let that fall. We can let this thing kind of just fall over. So we can pop this out for now. Pop this out for now. Yeah, I kind of had it backwards, but you know, it makes sense when you actually put it up there backwards and you say, why is this not making sense? So let's throw a couple T-nuts in here. I'm slow. You guys all know this. I don't have to remind you. I'm slow, but I get there eventually. I really do. Most of you know, just let him do what he's doing, and he'll figure it out eventually. Okay. Which one? This one here. These things are sometimes a bugger to get in on these rails. We know that. I think... Where's my big wrench? Just the one? That's the one. There we go. These T-nuts sometimes are a pain in the arse, so I have to thread a screw. As I say, thread a screw. And pop it into place. There we go. And And same on this one. This one's not quite. Oh, give me a sec here. I'm going to take this one privately. Oh, that's not going to. That is being stubborn. There we go. Oh, that's your job. Okay. Sorry, Shadell. There we go. Okay, good. Oh, there we go. It's a good thing. I have lots of spare parts. Then I'll just pick them all up later. Put them back in the case. Okay, here we go. Okay, so these come through. This comes through. That was this comes through this way. Like so. There we go. Okay. You're going to go up through there. And we're going to move you over. Okay. Let's get the M5 in there. Come on. Oh, you're too far over. Son of a gun. Can you at least get in there so I can at least drag you over? Just get started. Thank you. That's all I ask. I don't ask much. There we go. There we go. All that work. And that just shows me, too, that I got these things way off kilter. Not that one. This one. Move you over so you look a little better. Aesthetics are critical. There we go. Of course, Shadell. And I try to keep it as light as possible on my streams. Okay, now we need to peel, remove backing tape. Okay, here's where we get to do some peeling. Stripping and peeling on this stream, I'm telling you guys. Here's the patience part again. There we go. Come on, there we go. Good thing tomorrow's a holiday. I can sleep in. Ouch. And one more piece. Una más. How many chins do I have? There we go. Now the trick here is to line up these holes first before I stick the tape. And then we can stick the tape. Perfect. And that way at least I know the holes are lined up and I can tighten this on. Oh yeah, I got those. Oh, that heat inset was a little bit off kilter. There it is, and one more. One more on this side. Oh, I don't have this side open, so I got to reach in. There we go. So, we have the exhaust port. Now, and from the other side, woo-wee, swing it around. There's kind of what it looks like from inside on the other side. Kind of matches the little yellow logo in there. So there we go. So let's go ahead on this side. Let's throw the panel back on. I think we're all clear. Clear. Okay, panel's back on. PTFE. So we have a spool. Let's find a spool. Just because. Where's a spool of? You'd think I'd have a spool of filament around this place, wouldn't you? What's this? Here we go. Let's use some of this stuff. Spool of filament. So we come in here. Actually, it's going to come up. PTFE is going to come through here. Spool's going to come up. Let's see. It's going to come up like this. It's going to go in. This is good. This is going to come in through here. That's too tight. Oh, I've got to, let's get that out of there. I need to drill this coupler out a little bit better. Are we printing? I don't know. But this coupler, I don't want the grippies in this coupler. It's gripping too much. Maybe I got to go a little bigger on the drill. It's a little better, but it's still gripping a bit, but I think we're okay. It's not like it has to pull back and forth. It's only going in a certain length and then it's okay. But it's not, it doesn't need to do what a coupler really needs to do. All it is a access to the, there we go. it's still pretty tight. Oh, you know what's tight? It's the hole in here. Oh, son of a gun. Okay. The coupler's okay. I just didn't think of it. There's actually a hole in here. I just got to drill that little hole in there out. Aha. Now this drill bit's a bit small. Let's see. That is a 4 millimeter. And this is a 4.5 millimeter. That'll be better. Now I wonder if this, I got to be careful. I don't want to. Let's not chance my fingers here. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. That is better, folks. Now this should slide in like, oh, sure. Oh, sure. Yeah. There we go. Ha, that's what we want. We want this to be able to go just in, so it's still snug, but it's not gripping and locking it. There we go. Though blood should be mandatory, 2 drinks. Now we should just look at that. That's the way we want it. Nicely in there. Let's make sure we don't have too much bending there. Then we come around here. And then in here, we're going to hook it up. Let's bring the hot end fully forward, and we should be good. Good length right there. And when we go back, good movement through the whole system. Good. There we go. Okay. Let's power it on. Don't worry about the LEDs now. Time we are fully enclosed, fully finished build, other than the LED config file, which we will work on this week. But let's go ahead and turn it on. We're working. We're going to probably get a rainbow barf color showing up here initially. Those doors are nice and snug, which I don't mind. I don't mind that they're snug. It means it's going to be a nice airtight chamber. And there go the funky LEDs, or the funky rainbow barfs. Starting up at a funky color. We're going to have to check the wiring of the LEDs. We'll double check all that stuff. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and just, number one, make sure everything's working. Of course, except for the LEDs. That's what this whole stream was about, was the poor LEDs. But it was about the ones I murdered. Let's see. I think that was it. And it was the spool holder, and that was all that was left in the instructions. So we fired it up. Let's go ahead and launch it. It looks good. Let's go ahead and load the filament. Let's go to 220, 215. And we'll get the bed going to 65, not 650, 65. Okay. There we go. We have our hot end fan is on. That's good. And we'll just start a quick print to make sure everything is still working. And what do I have? Oh, you know what I need to print? I need to print the bottom panel clips. So let's go have a peek. Oh, we've lost viewers. That's okay. This stream has gone on long enough. But we got accomplished almost everything we wanted to accomplish tonight, which is awesome, guys. So let's go ahead and look at the Trident STLs. And we are looking at the panels. And we want the bottom panel clip. That's what we want. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this. These were the door panel clips and everything. So let's get rid of all these. We don't need these. Let's bring the bottom panel clip in. Whoops. That's that one there. And we need 4 of these. Let's do 5 just because we like to do a spare. That's all we need is bottom panel clips. And then we can arrange them. And we're already to the Voron slice settings. Am I on the right printer? I am on the right printer. So then I can go ahead and export that G-code to bottom panel hinges and upload. And I can come here, and there it is there, and I can say print. And then we can watch. We can watch and see this thing start up. Okay, Projects and Dad's Garage. Thank you for being here. You have a wonderful night, and thank you. I appreciate you being here. Catch you next time. This was a really off-the-wall kind of different kind of stream. I mean, hey, geez, why not, right? Because, okay, so let's just let this warm up. We'll get it started printing. We'll make sure it starts. It'll give you a good look at how the tap works as well. And then we will shut her down. I got a lot of cleanup to do here. A little bit of white ooze from the. Oh, I have to before I start the print. Let's pause that print. Before I start the print, I have to load filament. Ha! Silly me. I started the load and didn't finish it. Silly me. Why didn't you all tell me that I forgot to load filament? Now I've got to wait till the bed gets warm enough. It's almost a 65. Hey, Steve Builds. Looking good, isn't it? Not bad. So we got everything pretty much. The doors are tight, but that's good. But we got everything. All the covers are on. We're just gonna. We have to work on the LED configuration file. But all the covers are on. We got the back. We got the back put on. We're pretty much, the build is finished. We just have to work on the configuration file for the LEDs. And that may involve checking the wiring on my nozzle LEDs because we have something funky going on with all the LEDs. But the build itself is pretty much finished. And I'm very happy with this printer, so with the way the build went. So we're just gonna run a few tests here. We're gonna make sure the tap is working, but we're just starting a print to make sure it's working, and we get to see the tap go to work here in a second. I know, Shadell, I forgot to load filament. Silly me. That's because I'm beyond my standard 3-hour stream. Well, the bed's at 65. We should, I'm going to cancel that print. I'm going to stop the print. I'm going to clear it. Now I should allow me to load my filament. Here we go. Let's go ahead and load it in. Are we pulling filament? We're not quite pulling filament. Let me give it. Oh, that's because I haven't locked in the. There we go. Helps if I lock in the extruder. Are we pulling yet? Oh, no, I'm going to have to give this a hand loading. Oh, okay, no wonder. Wrong hole. There we go. And lock it down, and let's go ahead and get rid of it. I had white in there before, obviously. Why did you shut down? Hey, oh, I hit the screen on the front again. I keep hitting that screen. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, let's go ahead and extrude. Let's get rid of this old filament and get into the new stuff. Why are you not pulling filament? What did I do wrong? Did I not lock you in properly? Oh, I didn't. Let me lower. Try again. Now what the heck is going on? Did I? Okay. So we have another problem here that we're going to have to solve. Obviously. You see, if it's not one thing, it's another with me. Why are we not pushing filament through? First of all, I want to get that bed out of the way so I can reach in there. So let's home it all. Let's go ahead and home it. Whew, stringy. String, string, string. And let's lower my, come on. It won't home because my extruder is above 150. That's the thing with the tap, is it will not touch your bed. Well, it's set that way, but so right now it is set so that it won't touch your bed if the nozzle is above 150 degrees, and that's to prevent damage to any surfaces on the bed from the nozzle touching directly onto the bed when it's hot. So it's got to let the nozzles cool down a bit, and then I got to figure. I'm not feeding, but anyways, I'm gonna. That's another stream, I think, because I've gone long here, and we'll figure out. Maybe I fix one thing and something else doesn't work. But that's an easy fix. I think it's just might be that little thingamajig screw in there again that keeps loosening up on me. Because this will be the third time it's done it. If that's in fact the guilty culprit here. We're just about down to temperature where it's going to let the nozzle home on the bed. But I got to get rid of some of the filament on here. I need to put a brush on this thing. A nozzle wiper. There we go. There we go. Okay, now I can lower my bed. Bring my head forward. There, now I can warm it up and see what's going on. A quick peek here. I'll bet it's that little screw. Let's see. Yep, that little screw, that little frigging screw is loose again, and I put some. Oh, that's too big. 2.5 millimeter. I put some a little bit of that Loctite on it so that it wouldn't do that, but it keeps moving. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Let's see now. No, we're not pulling filament. What the heck? Well, then I have bigger problems again. We're not clogged. We're not grinding. Let's see. No, we're not grinding filament, so we're not too tight. Yeah, the tension screw I've adjusted. Mm-hmm. The motor's going. We're just not gripping. I didn't want you to home. I didn't ask you to home. Oh man! Oh, this touchscreen. I touched the touchscreen, and I'm just yeah. I touched the touchscreen, and it was very touchy. There we go. Okay, well. Well. Is the gear turning? Yeah, it is, but I have a feeling. Yeah, I know the anti-squish screw is not meant to be 100% secured. It's preload tension. Yeah, it's not screwed in all the way, but what's been happening is it's been loosening off. It's been. I know how far it goes in, and it's been loosening it off. So, but I don't know. Something's not meshing. The gears are turning. The gears are turning. I can feel them turning, but there's something not meshing inside. So I have to rip it apart and see what's going on inside the hot end again. But that's okay. I'm used to taking that hot end apart. While I've got it apart, I'll have a look at those nozzle LEDs. Make sure that we have good wire connections for those nozzle LEDs because the rainbow barf is working. I have a feeling, though, it's the config file that the reason those LEDs aren't coming on properly. So we have to work on the config file a little bit and see. So I'm just going to let this home. It's just cooling down to 150. I guess that's one disadvantage, if you want to call it, of the tap, is that you can't home it with a hot end. It's a safety feature, but you can't home it with a hot nozzle. It has to cool down. It can't loosen because it hits the gilder. Oh, well, it seems to be loose. There's something going on in there then. I'll have to take it apart and look at it and see why. There we go. So we're 150. We're homing now. And I'll pull it apart, but I won't pull it apart tonight. We've gone on a little too long today. But otherwise, the tap works great. I mean, the tap works phenomenal when I get filament feeding. And that is just the strangest thing, that I'm not getting any filament coming through. It was working prior to me fiddling with the LEDs, so it could be something that I did when I put it back together. But everything seems to be back together fine. I don't get it. So anyways, that's we're just going to cool her down. We're going to call her a night. Oh, there we go. Count the LEDs on the barf and make sure your count is right in the config. Yeah, 10. There's 8 LEDs on the barf, one on each one on each nozzle LED, for a total of 10. So yeah. Anyways, what we got done tonight was okay. We will fix the LEDs. It's either wiring or the config, but we did have continuity between the positive and negative, so I got to check the signal wires. Exactly, Eclipse. Fresh mind, sleep. I need some sleep, so we'll just check everything out. We'll pop the hot end apart again. That thing is so easy to take off and put back together now, because I've done it so many times on this build, but it's all good. So we'll call that a night. And thanks everybody for hanging out. I appreciate all the comments, all the laughter, everything. It's been a really, really, really fun night. So we accomplished what we wanted. We got the build finished. Just got a few things to tweak now, figure out what's going on. And it's good. It's the colorful thing is good. Somebody else out there is building what they're calling a Skittles one. So I don't know if that was inspired by this at all or not, but looks like there's going to be another couple colorful builds out there. So that's awesome. So everybody have a wonderful night, and we will catch you guys all next time I'm streaming, but we will be back next Sunday with our regular Sunday night stream, and we'll see how we're going with this, and we'll see what's going on. So until then, we'll catch you guys later. Have a wonderful week. And for those of you who have the day off tomorrow like me, enjoy the family day holiday. Take care. Bye for now.